Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Zahrat Ibrahim, and in this video I am going to show you my work for this assignment right here. For the first thing you want to do is doing all of the things that is in this one right here. So we are going to start from this area right here. As you can see, what you want to do is that I've configured all of this is to set all of the names and the password for all of the for all of the this device. For all of the device that is here, and then you want to start from switch 2 right here. You're going to start from switch 2. As you can see the configuration. So what you want to make first is that for all of this, and at the end of the all the configuration, you are going to configure some spanning tree, which is a mode PVST right there, and then doing some switch port trunk on VLAN 2 and 4 right over here, and then for the fast Ethernet 2 is that you want to configure the VLAN 2 right here, the VLAN 2 of the smartphones and stuff. Switch port access VLAN 2, switch port mode access, you're gonna need some mode access, and then for the VLAN 3 right here, set up all of the PC and stuff, configuring all of the fast Ethernet right there, spanning tree mode, spanning tree port fast, and then for the VLAN 3 right here, fast Ethernet 3 and 4, the VLAN 3, and fast Ethernet 5 and 6 is the fast is VLAN 4. So you have to you can use the interface range, so it is easier for you guys. And don't forget to put the spanning tree port fast, because it is one of the things that is important for this. And then you want to do the same thing with the switch 3, with all of the configuration of the VLAN and stuff. Don't forget to set up the name and the password, because it is going to be very important for that, for the results. And then right here you can see spanning tree mode PVST, and then doing the trunk, as you can see right here, fast Ethernet 1 to the router, which is going to be really important. And switch port access VLAN 5, so 3 and so 2 and 3 is a VLAN 5. Don't forget to activate the spanning tree port fast, and then VLAN 4 and VLAN 6 is fast Ethernet 4 and 5. So there you go. You can see, you can do it with the with the writing on the fast Ethernet and stuff. And then for the uh, 5 and 6, oh no, 6 and 7, it is VLAN 7. Don't forget to activate the spanning tree port fast and stuff. Oh, but there you go. Basic thing on the switch. So you wanted to set all of the PC right here to a DHCP and stuff. So you're gonna have to make the DHCP pool. So here we are using the OSPF on this one. show run, so you can see what is actually have to be made, so you can activate all of the things. So yeah, configure the DHCP excluded. You can configure this anytime after you set the DHCP full first. So I recommend to configure the DHCP full for all the VLANs. So this is VLAN 2, 3, 4 until 7. Configure all of the DHCP pool right here. You just have to uh, put in the network of the VLAN. Then the default router is the default gateway, and then the DNS server of 192.168.1.2, because it is in the instruction right here. Just in the instruction. And then for the VLAN 3, there you go. We are using 3, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, 6.1, and 7.1. And the DNS server, it's all the same. And don't forget to activate the spanning tree mode PBST. And then don't forget to configure the encapsulation for all of the VLAN that is in this area. So there you go. So yeah, as you can see right here, IP address of 192.168.2 and 1. Fastnet 3 right here, encapsulation.1Q3 for the VLAN 3, and then IP address of 3 and 1, 255, encapsulation.1Q, 4 and 1. And then for the VLAN 5, there you go, IP address 192.168, 5 and 1, and then this is 6 and 1. For the encapsulation, you just gotta put in the default gateway for the router to connect. And then you wanna put on the interface serial right here, serial, as you can see in this one. Wait, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm back, guys. So where do you start? Oh yeah, the interface serial of 1/0, and then the IP address you can see right here, the IP address 10.10.6. You can see the 10.10.13. You can see right here. As you can see, it is a /30, so you gotta put in the 252, and then yeah, there you go. IP address shut down. Then yeah. And don't forget to do the router SPF, because it's going to be really important for the other part of the router. So we're going to use the OSPF on both of these. There you go. You can see the router OSPF1, and then all of the network that is going to be included for this router, for all of the network that is going to be included. All right. So there you go. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of network that is connected to this router. Start off from 10.10.4, and 0003 area 0, and then a network 10.10.12, and then 192.168.2.0, and then yeah, you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you go. You have to put in all of the network that is connected to this router. And then we're gonna move on to this part right here. We're going to set up the usual stuff, you know, for the IP, for the VLAN. Don't forget to put on put on don't forget to put on the password for this. Man, wait a minute. Wait, so and then for this, wait, where we going? Yeah, and for the switch 5, you know, you gotta make all of the VLAN as right here, you know, so 13, 12, and 11, 11, 12, and 13. And then what you want to do next is to do a trunk between these two right here. So for the configuration, as you can see, spanning tree mode, rapid PBSD, this is going to be applied to all of the devices. And then for the fast Ethernet 1, it is a switch port mode trunk, so you could actually trunk to the router at the bottom, and then you know, doing all of the, so for the fast Ethernet 2 and 3, it is VLAN 12, and then spanning tree port fast, you know, doing a switch port mode access and stuff. And then for fast Ethernet 4 and 5, as you can see right here, of this is VLAN 11, and then doing the mode access and then spanning tree port fast. And then interface fast Ethernet 6 and 7, there you go, this is the VLAN 13. And then doing the trunk at interface fast Ethernet 8, so you can connect to the bottom of the switch. And then this is I forgot about this. So yeah, fast Ethernet 1 to this switch right here, fast Ethernet 8 to the switch at the bottom, as you can see right there. Then for switch 6, wait, oh man, I forgot. Wait, yeah, Control Shift 6. And we shall run. You can see it right here. You know, doing the all of the usual stuff. You know, make the VLAN. You know, I apologize for my weird voice because I have this like a scar on my mouth. It's really uncomfortable. So yeah, there you go. Spanning tree mode rapid PBST. And for the fast Ethernet 1 and 2, it is VLAN 8 and 11. Yeah, so this is the 8 and 11, you know, doing a trunk allow. Wait. Yeah, trunk allowed at 8 and 11, switch port mode access, spanning tree port fast, and there you go, and then whatnot. So yeah, 2 and 3 is a VLAN 11, you know, doing a mode access and stuff. And then 4 and 5 right here is the VLAN 8, doing the mode access, you know, put on the mode access and the spanning tree port fast, mode access and spanning tree port fast, as you can see right there. And then for the interface fast Ethernet 6 and 7 is for the VLAN 10, and then doing the mode access and then spanning tree port fast, don't forget. And 8 and 9 it is a VLAN 9 and mode access and spanning tree port fast. And then want to do the trunk allowed, which was trunk allowed VLAN 8 until 11 to 11, and then switch port mode the trunk so that it can actually connect to both of this router. And then for this router right here, all you gotta do is just doing a trunk switch port mode the trunk on the interface 2 and 3. That's all you have to do. And then all the spanning tree port fast and stuff, spanning tree rapid PBST, you gotta do all of that so you can have a result of 100. You can see off my configuration right here. Here, all you gotta do is spanning tree rapid PBST and then doing a trunk allowed for 8 to 13 for fast Ethernet 1, 2, and 3. That's all you gotta do. Doing a trunk and not else. And then we're gonna do some IP configuration in this one right here. Yeah, excluded address, DHCP pool, encapsulation, spanning tree. That's all you gotta do, man. There you go. I recommend to configure the DHCP pool first before you actually do the excluded address, but whatever. So this is VLAN 8. As you can see, a network of not 192.168.8.0.25.5. So this is the network, and then the default gateway of 192.168.8 and 1. And then DNS server, we're gonna use the same one, 192.168.1.2. And then this is for the VLAN 9. Just gotta change up the numbers, 168.9, 168.9 and 1, and then the DNS server is still the same for all of these DHCP pool. And this is for the network. This is for the VLAN 10. This is for the VLAN 11 right here. You just gotta change up the number, man. All of the format is the same. You just gotta change up the numbers like it is on the VLAN. It's that easy. IP DHCP pool VLAN 13. So yeah, there you go. And then don't forget to configure the encapsulation for all the VLAN that is there. So you got the one queue of VLAN 9, the one queue of VLAN 10, the one queue of VLAN 11, the one queue of VLAN 12, and 13 right there. All you gotta do is doing the encapsulation, the one queue, and then enter the VLAN, and then the IP address of the default gateway, and then forget about the subnet mask. There you go. Do all the same thing for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's not gonna take a long time because you have this you have the what is this, an arrow button. You just gotta do that and then change it up the numbers, and then you're good to go. And don't forget about the router SPF. So it is going to be connected. So for all of this one, I'm gonna use the SPF area 0. So this is the backbone area. Network 10.10.10.12 and then 10.10.10.8 and then 192.168, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Setting up all of that, and then you are good to go. And yeah, set all the things in DHCP. So you can see the ping right here. And make sure all of this are connected to each other. There you go. There you go. Yeah, this is the important stuff. Forgot to show you this one. Yeah, there you go. It is all configured and stuff. You know, you gotta check out the ICP and stuff. And then setting up the SPF on this one. Yeah, doing the adding up all of the IP addresses. As you can see right here, there's a lot. There's the classification for the IP address of you know 0.9, 0.1, and then the slice. I think a serial. Yeah, the serial interface. You can see it. So you gotta put on this interface serial of 1. You're gonna put on the 10.10.1 and then the subnet mask of 252 because it is /30. Do the same thing for 1/1, AP address for 10.9, and then the subnet mask of 252. Then serial 2, 1/2, and then no IP address if not. So yeah, and then we're gonna skip on to the router SPF one. Just do all of this, and then a network of 10.10.0, 10.10.8, and then you got what you called a router SPF, ladies and gentlemen. And then this one right here, setting up the router SPF and then the spanning tree and stuff. Then you get a network of 10.0, 10.4, and then 168.1.0, and then you're good to go. You just gotta set up the router SPF on this one, and then for the trunk on this switch one right here, we are going to see what is inside this one. You just gotta set up the PVSD and then trunk, because we're not going to need some DHCP server on this one, because we're gonna do it statically, manually stuff. Spanning tree port fast at interface 2, 3, and 4. Setting up all of that, and then doing a trunk allow for VLAN 1, switch for one trunk, and then more the PVSD, spanning tree more PVSD, and then yeah, you are good to go. Now for the server, for the DNS server, as you can see right here, you gotta set up the static with this one 1.2, and then the default gateway of 1.1. This is the same thing as you can see right here. 1.3, same gateway and stuff, and then 1.4 right there. Yeah, that is all you gotta do. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're not going to need some DHCP on that one. Okay. Yeah, there there you are. And then for the last classification right here, um, what is it? Yeah, you have to set up the man. Yeah, the DNS. You gotta set up the DNS right here. Um, wait, not this one. This one right here. Yeah, you gotta set up all of this. You know, type in the type record and then the C name. As you can see right there, mail, Aguna course, and then the google.com with the C name, Aguna course, and then this is the IP that you're going to use, DNS and stuff. Yeah, and then wait, you gotta put on the yeah email server. Oh, it's not on this one. It's on the email server. Forgot. There you go. User one, user two. You just gotta type in the password of 123 and then the domain name of agunacourse.com. So that is it for today's video for the tutorial. I hope, yeah, don't forget about the NAT dynamic on this one. It's still right here, right? The NAT dynamic. So yeah, there you go. This is the NAT IP address 000. Yeah. So you gotta do. You guys enjoy it and stuff. So that's it for me.